Hi, BiFFs.
Hey, Beth.
Dear Abby.
Dear Kiki.
Captain.
Red flag. Desperate housewife.
Pinot Grigio.
Doesn't want to marry
Exert
you.
power.
Love you like I
Pour
love
more
you.
wine.
Just gonna say that. Don't talk to yourself.
Cheers, Biff. Cheers.
Ill-advised.
Ill-advised. This is ill-advised. Hi, BiFFs.
I totally thought you just said, hi, babe.
Hi, babes.
Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Ill-advised.
The podcast where two best friends tell you what to do when someone else already has.
Like your babe.
And not your Beth. Let's reverse that, shall we?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say, what is a friend? If not somebody
A babe.
who's going to tell you what to do.
If not a babe.
And that too.
And that too. Who dat?
Only certain people hang out with ugly people to make themselves feel better.
I don't know where that came from.
I'm saying all my friends are babes.
Oh.
I don't have no ugly friends.
Hi, babes. Oh my God. That's funny. Welcome.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Hi, darn Beth.
Good.
Yeah.
I don't think I have much complaints.
No complaints?
I don't think so, Bobby.
I have one.
What?
Why are the weekends so short?
Because it's the end.
So the end is short? Is that a general
It's
thing?
the end of the good times. That's why it's so short.
Okay. Well, my complaint's over. That's all I got.
Oh, all right.
No. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Got nothing for these people this time, huh?
No.
No.
Things have been normal lately.
I don't know what the fuck that means, but I'll take
normal.
it. You're
Just
normal?
like nothing abnormal.
Sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
No fun stories, no.
Interesting
Just-
anecdotes of
yeah.
sorts.
Just the normal.
Let's see. I have nothing. Totally volatile though. Could change in 30 seconds.
Yeah, very true.
I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm sad, I'm mad. I'm happy. But I'm doing good right now.
Perfect.
Well, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Come back when we're not happy.
Yeah. Or we could talk to you about wine.
Good idea.
Yeah, what do you think,
Bill?
Beth? Yeah. All right.
Love it. Thirsty.
Back to our 19 crimes. Do we have more after this one, or are we like sold?
More 19 crimes?
Yeah.
Oh, there's a ton, but
Are there?
Yeah. Well,
Interesting.
I don't think this isn't what I thought it was. I thought they were going to have like stories of these people on the bottle,
Oh, that's true. They don't.
but instead they have foul language that we can't play on the air.
Right. This one in particular is the Sauvignon Blanc, but it says
Blanc.
Sauvignon Blanc.
This is Block
This one's what's the year on the back there, Beth? Is it 21?
21.
Another 21. We haven't tried it yet, but we did do the app on it. What's the name of the app?
Living Wine Labels.
Yes. And there's a little epithet in there with the N word. We're not sure if we condone it or if it's historical.
I mean, it's definitely historical. He said it was
Well,
the
yeah.
1800s.
Yes.
But also, I'm not going to put that on air.
Yeah. No, we're
We
not.
both were, it was like right away.
Yeah. It was actually very strong.
Yeah. And it was coming from a white person, which made me uncomfortable with it.
Yeah, listen, this podcast is rated E for explicit anyway.
Yeah, not E
And-
for everyone.
No, not for everyone. And it's also like wine, so you got to be 21 plus in theory anyway, unless you're outside of the US.
Yeah.
So like drink responsibility,
Yeah.
or drink responsibly, more accurately. And, conduct yourself accordingly. Maybe not use such expressive language. Is it
Are
even
you telling
expressive?
people what to do?
I'm just telling them not to use the N word.
Oh, well, then say that.
Don't use the N word.
You just sounded like an advice columnist.
Oh. You know what I'm more
That's a
surprised
really
about? That you
long-winded way.
remembered columnist.
Columnist.
I'm an
I
advisor now,
know.
guys. Should we give this one a shot? We don't have to read the back, which is kind of sad. It's kind of a thing for us.
I know. That's why I
Should I
said
just read
this,
it anyway?
Sure.
Because we didn't read it last time.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
No, we read it the time before that. Oh, this one's different.
of course it is.
Oh, but it's the same thing. I don't know. Hold
So
on.
is it different or not?
Well, it's like a different font and it's smaller. So I have to bring it
this
real
one's
close.
different, but it's the same
I
thing.
gotta bring it real close. Hold on. 19 crimes turned convicts into colonists. Upon conviction, British rogues guilty of at least one of the 19 crimes were sentenced to live in Australia rather than death. For the rough-hewn prisoners who made it to shore, a new world awaited. As pioneers in a frontier penal colony, they forged a new country and new lives, brick by brick. 19 Crimes Sauvignon Blanc honors their brave...
brick.
Go get this brick. 19 Crimes Sauvignon Blanc honors their brave contributions. To learn more about this and similar stories, please visit us at 19crimes.com. Download our Living Wine Labels AR app, hashtag talking bottles.
Oh, we didn't go to the website. We just did the app. So maybe the 19crimes.com has what we're
more
looking
info.
For, right?
Yeah. I'm not feeling researchy right now.
Fuck no.
No.
We already researched our questions.
So guys, just honestly, just fucking look it up. Okay, 19crimes.com. Do whatever the fuck you want. Read.
Do whatever you want.
This has the same sub-label on the bottom. Each declared by His Majesty to be punishable on conviction by transportation. So essentially what it's saying is like their punishment is to be like sent to another country. Hashtag Australia.
That's what he was saying, but we kind of got
caught up on the N-word.
Yeah. Right away.
Yeah. And then we listened to it again and just kept listening to the N-word.
Yeah.
It was very like
1800s.
Yeah, but I mean like the way that it was like was right up front.
Yeah, I was.
And it was that hard ER that you don't hear anymore.
Right.
Which gives it a lot of meaning. Right?
Yeah.
So I guess cheers.
Anywho. Yeah, let's not cheers to
not
that
cheers.
one.
Let's just drink this.
Yeah.
Not bad for an Australian wine.
Oh.
A little sweeter than our typical Sauvignon Blancs.
Yeah.
Definitely not California.
Definitely not California.
Definitely not. We don't do California Sauvignon Blanc.
I don't hate it.
We haven't found one that we liked. But Australia is on par with New Zealand. So, I mean, they're right there next to each other.
I was going to say, isn't New Zealand in Australia?
No, New Zealand's its own country.
Oh.
It's like another island northeast or something. Maybe it's southeast. It's around there.
Yeah.
It's in that same ocean.
Same ocean, different.
Different country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. What do you got for us this week, Biff? You're on story mode.
I got Ask Amy.
Ooh, welcome back, Amy.
Cha.
Did her a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Fingers. We just are recycling at this point.
Not the same columns. There's no way. There's way too many.
Yeah, also we started like 2017, so we got a lot of years.
I don't know. Last ones I got were 16, so like whatever.
That's what I mean.
Like go back to 2001. Find out which pop stars should really influence your gay child.
Did it not work for you? You mean Britney Spears?
It didn't. It didn't.
NSYNC?
But we are on the same medication, so I think we're fine.
That just shows that you're the same age.
We're not on the same medication.
You're both bald?
We're both. Oh. It's with the end.
That's funny.
Free Britney.
Isn't she freed?
She is. We went over this already.
I wasn't here for that conversation.
I think it was like 10 episodes ago, actually.
Yes, I definitely wasn't here for that conversation.
Oh my God.
Okay, so Ask Amy. My date said we can't be together because her friend is in love with me.
Oh.
Dear Amy, I am a middle-aged man. My sister, who lives out of state and stays in touch with hometown friends, connected me with one of her friends, quote, unquote, Susan. who needed help with a minor home repair.
I'm sorry. Can we go back to the beginning? I'm sorry.
I'm a middle-aged man. My sister, who lives out of state and stays in touch with hometown friends, connected me with one of her friends, Susan, who needed help with a minor home repair.
Gee, I sure hope this plumbing works now.
Exactly why I started laughing.
I know. I just needed to laugh because for some reason I heard middle-aged man and was thinking lesbians, and I got so confused.
Oh. You want me to check that plumbing? Suzanne.
I'm here to give you a pap smear.
My name's Carolyn.
Sorry, keep going.
I did this for her, and we discussed a future flooring project. Because of her budget constraints, I suggested that we could do the flooring job together. I was mildly interested in her. I thought that maybe I creeped her out because I never heard from her again. Fast forward 2 years, I connected with a woman on a dating site who was friends with both my sister and Susan. The new woman, Jill, told me our first date that she and Susan are lifelong friends and that Susan had told her that she is in love with me from our first meeting 2 years ago. All without me ever knowing. Jill said we couldn't be together because it would be a betrayal to Susan. Jill and I both really hit it off and agree that our chemistry is amazing. We discussed at length the difficulty of the situation. Jill told me she was hoping to see other people. I'm a bit disappointed and confused. Should I contact Susan? From Stuck.
Okay, I'm stuck. So he's not with Susan.
Correct. Susan ghosted him.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 years later, he started talking to Jill, who's friends with Susan and this guy's sister. Jill says she can't date him because Susan from 2 years ago, who ghosted him, is in love with him.
Jill needs to call Susan.
No, because Susan already told Jill that she's in love with him. So Jill is keeping girl code.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around.
No.
Jill said that she was in love with him.
No.
Oh.
Jill and Stuck are dating now.
So Susan's in love
with the guy she ghosted and never talked to again 2 years prior.
Why is this confusing the fuck out of me?
I don't know.
Then Jill and Stuck.
So now, 2 years later, after Susan, Stuck and Jill start talking. Jill says,
Sorry, we're calling him Stuck.
I can't date you because Susan from 2 years ago likes you and is in love with you, and Susan is my friend. So Jill is keeping girl code for Susan.
Susan's not in love. Susan's like, somebody else has somebody I'm interested in. Susan needs to go to the Home Depot and find someone else to put her tile in.
Okay.
Fuck.
Yeah. You'd think in 2 years she'd have a new plumber.
Shit. No shit. Fucking unclog your own fucking pipes.
She's probably has been for 2 years.
She has. That's not working.
Stuck.
Oh my God.
This is wild to me.
This is so fucking like Days of Our Lives.
That's a really good comparison.
Like,
you and I have never
like,
seen it.
I haven't either, but like, fuck off.
That sounds right.
It's like soapy, you know? No.
Yeah,
Susan's not in love. And Jill has big girl pants on, which means if Jill wanted this enough, she'd pursue it on her own. I don't think this is a girl code thing. There's too much time lapse. And Jill knows that Susan ghosted Stuck. Susan ghosted Stuck. Susan ghosted Stuck. Susan ghosted Stuck. I know. I just wanted to see if I could make it a tongue twister.
Susan ghosted Stuck.
Susan ghosted Stuck. But still.
I feel like I'm a Jill. It could have been 7 years ago, and I'd just be like, matter of fact, that kind of happened, except it was a little bit different. This guy I just like kind of randomly met. It turned out we had a couple mutual friends, and he had slept with an old girlfriend of mine, like in high school. And this was clearly years after high school. And I was like, I cannot. I mean, I know it's a little bit different because it's like I'm not banging you after my girlfriend banged you. But also it's just like the general, nah, there's more fish in the sea type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but was this somebody that you just be like, oh, you touched her?
A
Or is this somebody
little
that you'd be
bit.
like, oh, we used to be friends. I can't do that to her.
It was both.
Which one was it more? Yeah, that's what I thought.
It was more
Like,
the I can't
I don't know who
bang
else
you
you've
after
been
you
with.
banged her. Sorry. But also we used to be friends. So I still can't.
Like, oh no, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
That's so funny.
But either way, I'm still the Jill, even if it was 2 years later.
I think Jill needs to be like, Susan, we really hit it off. We really like each other. What, like
Susan, you met him one time 2 years ago. You need help. Meanwhile, I'm gonna go on this date.
You literally just looked at me and started talking to me like I was fucking Susan.
I think I felt like you were for a minute.
I probably would be a Susan. I probably would be.
Yeah, I can't say the name.
Oh my
I'm
God.
stuck for you.
Oh my God.
Susan.
Oh my God. For fuck's sake.
So
yeah, can we just I can't contribute to this anymore.
So anyways, his question is, should I contact Susan?
Gee, I hope there's another plumber out there for me.
So yeah.
Yes, please contact. I say contact Susan. I'd be like, Sue, baby. Jack and Jill went up the hill to have a little fun. Give up. You down the hill.
Stuck in jail.
Fuck. I missed an opportunity. Okay. What do you think?
Well, I don't know because I'm Jill, so I don't.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that
it doesn't
even if
matter
he,
one way or the other.
I think even if he contacted Susan, it's not like Susan's gonna call me and be like, I'm just kidding, you can go out with him. You know what I mean? Like,
you have my blessing. But what if you really like? It doesn't seem like Jill really likes him.
He said that.
But
Jill and I both really hit it off and agree
there's no
that
love
our
there.
chemistry is amazing.
There's no love there.
She just wanted to friend zone him.
Yeah.
But didn't
That's
know
it.
how. So she was like, oh my God, you know Susan? Oh my God, you're the one she told me she's in love with from 2 years
They're
ago.
probably not even friends.
Right.
They
It was
probably
just the
hate each other.
First girls. Probably because Susan seems like a character.
Oh my God. Okay.
Response. Jill's interpretation of girl code seems to be that if a friend confesses to a case of unexpressed and unrequited love, then Jill must stay away regardless of her own feelings, impulses, or instincts. Jill might have misreported or exaggerated
Wow,
her
welcome.
friend Susan's feelings for you.
That's what I feel like.
But I'm going to venture a take on this, that if Jill really wanted to have a second date with you, she would find a way to justify it, especially if the chemistry between you is amazing.
So good.
You could certainly contact Susan to follow up on her flooring. She said, or other needs.
Oh my God, sorry.
She just told Stuck to go bang Susan.
Yep. No, it's told
But
Stuck to. Oh,
You
yes.
could follow up
Gotcha.
with Susan on her flooring or other needs.
Yep.
But you should ask yourself whether you want to invite involvement with someone who is so passive and hard to read. At the risk of preventing you from connecting with your great next love, my instincts are that neither of these women are a match for you. But in this regard, the most important thing to consider is what your own instincts tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, neither of these women is for you.
Yeah, especially not Susan.
Jill doesn't want you. That's what it feels like to me.
She's not interested enough to,
Not like that.
to pursue
She's like,
you.
it's been great. So great.
Because
You know?
unless it was some guy that I was like, I'll fucking marry you tonight.
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, meh, you banged that chick from high school I was friends with, so sorry.
And Susan's like, I'm in love with him, but like,
Right.
he totally put my flooring in wrong. I don't know why Susan's so Rosie O'Donnell to me. Like, she's just
Because you had this image that it was two
I
lesbians.
literally thought, yeah, I got so confused for a second. I don't know why. Because it was very like, Susan is friends with Jill, and Jill talked to Stuck, and Stuck got stuck in Susan's Jill, and Jill got...
Got stuck in Susan's Jill.
So like, I'm like, I got so lost. That was, yeah, no, I agree. Run, bitch. None of these are for you.
That was also interesting because he said he's a middle-aged man. This felt very much like high school.
It really did.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it did. And it doesn't sound like Susan and Jill are that close. They're not good friends at all. It's just a story. It's a cover-up. I feel like you'd know more if they were close.
Like, it's been 2 years and we haven't even fucking talked anymore.
Right.
Like, also, she's the one who ghosted me. So,
like, fuck off.
Yeah, it was super interesting that you liked that one.
Let's go for round 2, Biff. We got some good episode titles out of that one.
Well, good, because this one's for you, Beth.
They're all for me. These are all so passive aggressive, Biff.
My partner corrects every minor mistake I make.
Did you write this?
I did. I'm Susan.
Your best friend. I don't correct every mistake, just the grammatical ones.
Yeah, grammatical.
Fucking English.
Oh, this one's Miss Manners, but it's on the same thing as.
I love Miss
Amy.
Manners.
My partner of many years often corrects my misstatements, even if they are of a very trivial nature. It was not.
I'm sorry, you messed it up, and I really wish it was in front of me to correct you. It wasn't a blue car. It was what?
She put it in like a parentheses. Quote. It was not a blue car we saw, darling. It was turquoise.
Stupid semantics.
In fact, she seems to enjoy correcting me. In contrast, I usually don't bother to correct her minor mistakes. We didn't see your friend 2 days ago. It was 3. To me, it does not seem worth the bother. Can you tell me if there is a point of etiquette here?
Yikes. Is there?
In correcting someone?
Is there etiquette? I think maybe if it's something like wild and exaggerated that you just be like, and it was like a serious conversation, then maybe you can call attention to something. But like,
for the most part, like
if it's like, oh, I just ran into so-and-so the other day. Like, you don't need to be like, it was just yesterday, dear. Like, right. It's still the other day.
Right.
You know?
Like,
unless there's any significance, I don't see a reason to.
Yeah, that feels more like people that are like always need to be in control or something like that. You know what I mean?
It's petty and like it's very type A, actually.
Yeah.
More type A than I am.
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm very type A. Yeah, no, that's stupid. It was yesterday, dear, or it was 20 minutes ago.
It was turquoise, not blue.
That's so stupid.
That's like,
and I'm going to stand by that because I don't see color like other people do.
Blue and turquoise is in the same family.
To me, they're just like, what blue? Which blue are you talking about?
The green one?
The green one.
Yeah, I can see, like if I don't pronounce a word correctly and you correct me, I appreciate that.
Oh, really? I missed like 3 of them.
I know. The last one I just said. In contrast.
Yeah.
That was.
I wanted to say in contrast.
But yeah, for like, it was 3 days ago, not 2. Like, shut the fuck up.
Right.
I didn't ask you.
That's stupid. But she's right. But that was her example for being like petty about it. Like, she's like, I don't see that as being important.
Right.
But like, it's turquoise.
And not blue.
Like, shut up. Who cares?
Like, now you're just looking for shit.
Yeah.
Like, you feel the need to like be above me for some reason, even though we're dating.
I feel like
married, whatever it is.
Whatever it is.
My partner of many years.
Oh shit, lesbians.
God damn it, Susan.
uh, yeah, I don't think unless it's something of like big significance, I really don't think it matters. Like it shouldn't be something that's brought up. The etiquette there is like, I don't know, if you're giving like a statement to the cops, maybe that's one thing. But like if you're having a casual conversation, who cares?
Especially about
You
little
know?
minor things.
What like who
Unless I'm
cares about
asking
the
you,
length
like,
of
what
the
color was
skirt?
that? Like, was that a blue car we saw? Oh, it was turquoise.
Yeah, but that's also a great example. It's all subjective. Like, oh, she wore a skirt that was too tight or too short, and the other one would be like, no, it's just
It
a
was to her
regular
knees.
skirt.
Right.
Like, it's just so stupid and so it just has no significance. Now, if you're talking like literally like important information, like,
Or like I
oh, on the 10th, no dear, the
used
11th,
it. Yeah.
that's something
Yeah.
different, you know?
Or I used. Is that my car?
Is it?
No.
It's not mine. Damn suburbs. I almost missed the kids screaming next door. um, yeah, I don't think there's no like formal etiquette, obviously, but like, how do you get somebody to stop doing
Well, it
stupid
says,
shits like that?
in fact, she seems to enjoy correcting me. So I feel like this person is like,
I need to be right.
they're like above people, you know? Like I'm.
There's a soapbox, and you need to fucking kick that thing so hard from under them.
Yeah. Maybe start doing it in return.
Oh,
Imagine.
a taste of your own medicine.
No, babe, it was 3 days ago, not yesterday.
I wonder if there's been a simple conversation about this. There's nothing alluding to it, right?
No.
Because that really does go a long way for someone to at least begin trying to, like take back that, hold back that impulse.
Yeah. It's true.
Just to try.
Oh.
They might fail at it, but like at least the conversation was had and the points on the table.
Right.
It's something for you guys to work toward. But like if you're writing to an advice columnist and you haven't done anything, then you're just writing to an advice columnist, and it might as well be, no, honey, it was written, not spoken. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Sorry.
Hit it.
So she says, how did you manage to stick it out with this person for so many years?
Yuck it.
The annoyance factor must be overwhelming. You should not need a point of etiquette here. The survival instinct should alert people to the danger of continually irritating one's partner. Miss Manners can tell you that there are academic and other forums where correcting facts is desirable. Social occasions with one's partner is not one of them. Well,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Was that everything?
Yeah.
That wasn't really advice.
No, it wasn't.
That was more like, here's your problem. Let me recant it.
Yeah.
And tell you something that it might.
Well, she technically did answer the question.
Oh, she did, because it was about the etiquette.
Thing. She said, like,
yeah. Oh, definitely in public, never. Like in private, always.
Like,
but that's everything.
Right.
Like the one that we did.
Yeah, the guy that could never be wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, in public,
this is more like personal. Like these people have personal shit they gotta figure through.
Yeah, this is one of those relationship quirks. They're kind of like we all have them.
Yeah.
You know?
They're just more extreme than others.
Yeah. Whatevs. That's my professional response.
That was less fun than I thought it was going to be.
I know. I was looking for something a little bit more like,
for you to be like, this bitch.
This bitch. Yeah. No, I was kind of looking forward to me having a tirade that was irrational also. So.
Right?
Damn it. Let's do one anyway. Give me a scenario.
Well, do you get annoyed when somebody corrects you?
No, bitch. I do the correcting. Are you fucking... Actually, I'm not that bad either. I do like correcting sometimes,
You're really not that bad. You
but
used to be worse.
I used to be really bad. Actually, I've had a taste of my own medicine in my current relationship. But that's only because autocorrect fucks me up a lot, and I'm dyslexic.
I
So I'm
packed
just
a swimsuit for you
so
in
fucking,
Shark Eatery.
guys. You should see the messages I send to her
I'm
that make no sense.
going to start posting them on our
You
Instagram.
need to. Yeah, they don't matter to me as much. I think, and I make this like joke all the time, like, yeah, of course I was right,
Right.
because
Of course I was right.
of course I was right. 9 times out of 10, I've
Yeah.
been right. But like, trust my lived experiences, not just me like vamping in the world.
Right.
But it doesn't, like, stuff like that doesn't really bother me unless it's something that's significant, like what's a good one? Like me and Colin will have conversations about something that's gone by, and he'd be like, it was like 2 months ago. And I'll be like, no, it was like last week. Really? No, it felt like 2 months ago. No, really, it was like we had that conversation last week.
Right.
It feels like forever. Like, and then we'll like talk about it, and he'll be like, oh, right.
Wow, yeah.
Or maybe I'll be like, oh, maybe it was like a month ago. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like but it was closer than I thought. And like, but having that conversation where you're just like, my bad.
Right. I was going to say that's way different than like, it was a blue shirt, babe, not turquoise.
End of story.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know.
So coming from the other perspective where you are sometimes the one who does the correcting, where are you coming from being that person versus the person being corrected?
Honestly, now it's just fighting an impulse. That's what it is now. It's not coming from anywhere in particular. It's happening, and I'm like, like almost mortified that I'm like, feel like this urge to do it.
To correct them?
Because it's a control thing. It was a control thing.
Well, that's
for
what
me.
I was
It's
asking.
like I held
Where
something.
was that coming from?
Yeah, I held something for you, or like on you, or I was like trying to assert some sort of dominance, even intellectually.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where that was coming from. Like I mattered, or I provided value.
Oh, see? Super interesting, because my first instinct was that she was like trying to like make herself like be better, or like, I'm above you.
Right.
This is why I need to correct you constantly. That type of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely not that. It's not for me, at least. For me, it's more or less like I'm adding value to it. It's a way to include myself. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Definitely not a right or wrong thing, though I'm right.
Well done.
So round 3.
Yeah.
Hit it. This is not Amy, right? Or Miss Manners?
No, this is Carolyn Hax.
Ooh, Carolyn. We did her last
which is
episode.
the same, the WashingtonPost.com.
What year?
Oh, 2022.
Ooh.
Oh, shit. So the title, is this a commitment issue or a bad taste in men issue?
Oh, this sounds like my entire 20s up until this current.
Dear Carolyn, I turned 30 last month.
Oh.
And I always thought by this age, I'd be ready to settle down and get married. I'm not even close, and I'm starting to wonder if it's because I don't fully focus on the man I'm dating whenever the going gets hard.
You really fucking came for me today, didn't you?
Subconsciously, I
You're
think.
such a bitch.
Only one was intentional.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse.
It just makes me feel comfortable knowing you know me like this.
Oh, okay.
So when I die, here's my Facebook password.
I better be your Facebook.
My legacy
Yeah.
contact. I don't even know if I have one set, to be honest.
I don't think I set one either. It's
Okay.
a little bit
Well,
weird.
it better be yours.
Who else am I going to put?
Your sister, Mandy. I know.
We need to start our own My Sister Mandy.
We need to, guys. We're That should be like a whole ill-advised segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to work on that, guys. We're going to bring you more segments so we don't have to jump straight into the advice.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, thanks to dating apps, there are so many opinions. Oh, sorry. There are so many options, and I can't help but
No, honey, it's
think.
opinions.
It's honey,
I had to.
hunty.
There are so many options.
There are so many options, and I can't help but think about the possibility. Excuse me, I don't know what my deal is. That there's someone better for me out there, someone more caring, funnier, hotter, more in tune with me. It's not like these thoughts are in the forefront the whole time, but I usually get 6 months or even a year into a relationship. And as soon as we hit a few bumps, I start to wonder if I really found the right guy. How do you know the difference between someone not being long-term compatible with you and having commitment issues? It took both of my parents 2 tries to find the right person. Could that be affecting me? In case you wonder, yes, I have considered therapy, spoken to a few therapists, still looking for one I like who has availability. She can't find a therapist. She can't get a boyfriend. I also have a great job, hobbies, lots of friends, and am pretty happy with my life, but I'd still like to marry and maybe be a mom someday.
You want to be a mommy?
Signed, can't commit.
That's all very interesting.
I find it super ironic that she said,
I
also can't find a therapist that I like. That was very on par, I guess, for her. And it feels much more like commitment issues than right man issues.
This feels more like a general lack of self-esteem and distrust in oneself. Maybe that's a little redundant. However,
really,
like she doesn't trust her options. She thinks that there might be somebody out there better for her. Like she's always looking to level up in a relationship and not exploring whether or not her current stance could be something that's very suitable. It's not settling if you're not exploring it. It's not settling if you're not allowing it to bloom or blossom naturally. But if you're continuously forcing an outcome and not getting what you want, don't you think that you're spending your time essentially cultivating a relationship full of resentment than one that will bear its fruitful rewards?
yes. What has me intrigued right now is you're connecting that to your first initial opinion.
The self-esteem part of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it's trying to kind of actualize who you are by way of a relationship. Like that's how you're defining yourself. Somebody who is seeing the steps in front of them. How do I put this? Let's say that like you see your self-esteem at the top of the ladder, right? The highest rung. And rather than rising to the level of your own convictions and hitting the last rung, you're taking one little step and saying, I think I can do better. You're taking another step. I think I can do better. Rather than going for what you really want or, like chasing after what you think you deserve or what you want, you're like doing these little victories, quote unquote, chasing what you think you might like to learn about what you can get. See if you can get a little bit better and a little bit better and a little bit better. And kind of building yourself up internally is what you're essentially doing. Because by the sounds of this, you're going into a relationship that's not going to last, that you don't want to be in.
I didn't get any of this.
Well, if you were me, and
I'm super intrigued. I'm not at all trying to like.
No. I didn't mean it that way. What I meant was like this, like hit home. Because
no, I love that I've been nowhere near
this position where I'm just like, can I do better? Can I do better? Can I do better? Can I do better? But also ignoring, can I do better? Ignoring I can do better.
Do better.
Yeah. Ignoring it.
Yeah.
You know, like this is a big, it's kind of the reverse of self-sabotage. You hit self-sabotage when you hit the top of the ladder.
Right.
And now you're just like, oh no, I got to take a step back. This is way too much responsibility for me to actually give a flying fuck. You know what I mean? And you're kind of like slowly start to regress. It's so interesting for someone to write about it.
So let me ask you then.
Ask me.
Coming from a very just
neutral.
No.
No,
my brain went in a complete different direction than yours.
Oh, I'd love to hear where your brain went.
Well, first I want to ask you, people that are indecisive, they can't decide. For you, in your thought, opinions, feelings,
comments, concerns,
do you feel like that's the same to do with what you were talking about that self-esteem and like that whole situation?
I think it depends on the topic. My indecisiveness, in a lot of respects, stems from not having a preference. For me, it's like, this is perfect. We have various date nights in this house where we're just like, what do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. Okay. And then I'm like, all right, I throw them down. Right. Chinese or pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. What do you... Because to me, it's like, I love them both. I'm fucking hungry though. And just put one in front of me. You clearly have a preference if you're asking me. Just fucking, I put out these two here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Here, I put fucking lo mein and a slice of pizza in front of you. Pick one to eat.
Right.
I'll have the other one. Like that's, but when I want something, I know I want something and I go for it and I run for it and I obsess over it.
Yeah, but that's the opposite of indecisive.
Well, that's the thing. Like I wouldn't call that like that part of me, I wouldn't call that indecisive in terms of relationships where it's like I can't, or a therapist.
Even the therapist.
But I think that that's just a lack of having an open mind, because with my therapist, I was like getting ready to be like, what?
Well, isn't that not the definition of an open mind?
Not to be indecisive. No, that's being picky. That's like thinking.
Well, that's what I'm asking you for you. Is indecisiveness coming from a insecurity place like how you were talking about, or is that something else?
No.
So what differentiates the indecisiveness versus having an insecurity like the person we're reading about?
It's the situation. I think that there's a certain...
Obsessing over, is there someone or something better?
That's the thing. Is it someone or something? Or is it someplace? Or is it a perception? Or is it, you know what I mean? Like that's where insecurities stem in the first place, right? It's who you're appealing to. That's where they come from, other than the internal fears. So who do you appeal to? You know, like me and you grew up from totally different backgrounds and we're trying to pick up where to go. And I like all the weird food at this restaurant and you're not so cool about it. So I'm going to pretend I don't like all of these weird foods at this restaurant so I can go and join you on where you are and like enjoy that. Like that right there is like, it's not, I guess I just like went around in a circle and didn't really paint the picture of indecisiveness. So I'm just going to retract that real quick.
I'm so glad you said that, because I was like,
did you get a little confused?
I'm not sure if I'm missing something or if I...
Nope. I just don't know. I'm so indecisive in what I want to explain to you.
All right. Now we're getting somewhere.
No, I ran in a circle because I painted the point of no preference, but the indecisiveness is, you know what I mean? That's what I forgot
I get what you're saying
about. Yeah, so whatever. Listen, it's 19.
No, I just was
19 scenarios.
19 scenarios of indecisiveness.
No, for me, it doesn't come from insecurity in a lot of cases. Yes, when I was like, can I do better? That was an insecurity thing. Not can I do better, but I'm taking this step because maybe I can. Like I'm saying yes to this relationship or this prospect of a relationship because maybe if I can level up on this hump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can level up to the hump after. Not a euphemism for anything.
Bullshit.
It's
not with the face you were just giving while you were saying level up to the next hump.
But seriously, that's just...
So then do you think her issue has anything at all to do with indecisiveness?
Maybe the therapist part of it?
But the therapist goes along with the boyfriends.
I don't think so.
What if I can find a better boyfriend? What if I can find a better therapist? I feel like those are absolutely hand in hand.
Well, I think maybe she knows what she wants in a partner and is afraid to chase after it, but doesn't know what she wants in a therapist because she's not versed in what a therapist can offer.
This is so interesting to me because my first thought was that she knows exactly what she wants in a partner, which is why she is constantly like, oh, this guy offers A, B, C, but is lacking D.
Can I live with
Can
that?
I find a guy with A, B,
And I think
C,
that's
D?
where I'm going with that. Like, she knows what she wants in a partner and she's trying to like inch toward it. And every connection or relationship that she makes is a step in that direction. Right. But with a therapist, I think that's totally different. That could be indecisiveness, but I wouldn't say that they're mutually exclusive, but it could be indecisiveness, and it could be an insecurity or but like that insecurity and knowing where she is, to me, those still go hand in hand because she's inching toward it to see what she can deal with, what she can't, but also to see like, am I able to hit the next level of this?
Yeah, because it says,
Oh my God.
I usually get 6 months or even a year into a relationship. And as soon as we hit a few bumps, I start to wonder if I really found the right guy.
That one is afraid of conflict. And that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
And before you say therapist, we're going to say therapist.
She tried. She can't decide on the right therapist.
She's doomed.
It took both of my parents 2 tries to find the right person. Could this be effective? I just feel like this is a fucking nervous ninny.
I want to say it doesn't matter how long it took your parents. You're not your parents.
Yeah.
I want to say stop holding yourself to the level of...
Spoken to a few therapists, still looking for the right one. like that just, it's super ironic.
I want to ask, my answer is, what is the right therapist? I understand. I want to know what a few is. Is a few literally like 3?
Yeah, for this person, I don't know.
You know what I mean?
This is like every 6 months to a year.
I understand forging a connection with your therapist. Like, I hit it off with my therapist like that. You and Lucy, I don't know if you guys...
Oh, fucking absolutely.
Like, right off the bat.
Instantly.
And for me, Fred was the first therapist I talked to. Mm. And when I talk to Fred, it's like, it's almost as if I'm talking to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only someone I tell my deepest, darkest secrets to. I know. I just did that for a reaction. Guys, if you could see the daggers I'm getting right now, you'd call 911 for me.
No need to call 911, folks. I have it all.
We'll have another episode. If I don't make it to episode, 35?
Find me next time on a 19 Crimes bottle.
She's getting ostracized and going to Australia instead of the death sentence.
Oh, please.
No, bitch. Fuck. She ain't doing no 19 crimes. She's going to fucking Sutter home.
God damn it. God damn it. Sutter home. I'm in Sutter home right now.
No shit, you are.
Let me go to New Zealand. Let me go to the Oyster Bay.
Oh my God, no. Yeah, what's her actual question? Sorry.
How do you know the difference between someone not being long-term compatible? I don't know why I'm struggling so hard with saying long-term.
Yeah, well, I just struggle with English in general, so I have so many excuses. Dyslexia, I can't read.
English is your second language.
English is my third language.
English.
See?
English.
I rest my case.
How do you know? English. It's a first for me, for you.
It must be, because I don't know English.
How do you know the difference between someone not being long-term compatible? I told you I was
English long-term.
and having a commitment issue and having commitment issues. Yes, I've considered a blah, 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 blah. I also have a great job, hobbies, lots of friends, and I'm pretty happy with my life. And I'd still like to marry and maybe be a mom someday. Signed, can't commit. Well, I didn't get any of what you said.
My super psychological analysis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I can relate.
So mine was more just like a she just can't commit. I didn't see it as like any type of insecurity thing. I saw it more as like a anxiety or like a
Well, anxiety totally plays into it.
just like an indecisiveness. Like I can't make that decision. If you bring me to a restaurant and the waitress comes over and I'm torn between two meals, I panic and I cannot decide which meal I want. And then when someone tosses a coin and they say, okay, chicken parm, then I choose the other one last minute.
So your analogy works, right? To kind of explain it's like the case. But the difference here is like in choosing a meal, you're not choosing a life partner, right? So that's where that kind of psychological aspect plays into it. The other thing to kind of consider and look at is where I don't know how to, there's a difference between love and gratification. And she's not searching for love. She's searching for someone who will do, rather than reaching that.
No, she's finding people who will do.
She will. Well, that's what I mean. She's finding that'll do in search for.
Is there better?
But she knows what she wants. I mean, that's that top of that rung of that ladder. I don't think
she knows.
See, I think she does. I think she knows what she wants, and she's just like.
No, because
dating around because she can't
meet the perfect guy.
Let me be more specific. She knows what she wants, and she's looking for the whole package.
But it sounds like she could be coming across these potential full packages and still questioning.
And finding that they're not the full package.
She didn't say that, though.
She didn't have to. She didn't say anything about insecurities either, but I read between the lines because I'm a bitch. Because English. Because I'm a man. Yeah, men don't read between the lines.
No, they can't even find the clitoris.
Word.
And that's between the lines.
That is the line.
That's between the lines,
it's
literally.
In the line.
It's
the only line. It's in the line.
All right. Can't commit. The quote unquote, someone better for me out there, more in tune with me person you're looking for is probably you.
Not real.
Sorry, so trite, but also so often over and over and over again, the answer to someone who is darting around looking for something and feeling. All right, we're just going to agree that we don't keep up with Carolyn Hax.
The way their style of writing. Yeah, it's a little I don't remember having these issues actually.
Yeah. But also so often over and over and over again, the answer to someone who is darting around looking for something and feeling unfocused and unsatisfied. So often the better answer than figure out what you're looking for is figure out why you're looking so hard in the first place. Whatever the reason, if you're looking, then you're by definition not fully present where you are. So I urge you to do just that. Stop and breathe. Thanks, Carolyn. And be present where you are. Even if you've done this once already, even if that's how you go, even if that's how you got yourself to great job, hobbies, lots of friends, and pretty happy with my life. No small accomplishment. It might just mean you need to stop and breathe again. Part of the reason is pragmatic. You want a partner and maybe children. Nothing wrong with that. But they're also not guaranteed. The only guaranteed life configuration you have is you. So being okay, contented, thrilled with that is all win. Part of the reason is romantic, pragmatic. The person I suspect you will want to keep is the one you notice when you feel so right in your life, as is that you don't feel a sense of urgency about adding anyone to it until the person himself makes a case for that urgency, until you can't imagine life without him or just really don't want to. I didn't follow fucking anything she said. I think.
Huh?
I think she said like you're trying too hard, like you're overthinking, and also just when you
Well, I definitely
find the
got
right
that.
person, then you'll know.
I got that, and it also told her to kind of like be more present because she's not ready to look for a relationship if she's not living in
If
her
she's
moment,
right, yeah. I really did
which
like that part.
which makes sense. And I liked the part where she was like, you know, you're being more pragmatic than not. But I don't know. I think that she's missing that. There's a part of that. I agree that she's just like, she's the person she's looking for. The only person that can give her everything that she wants is her.
Right.
So if she wants to be single, she's doing it
You
right.
need to be perfectly happy, content with yourself.
Right.
You won't be looking for more.
But like,
If you're
she's not going to
content.
find everyone that's going to give her everything that she wants. And that's what I meant. Like, she's testing the waters, seeing if she can do better and find somebody who provides a little bit more and provides a little bit more. What's going to happen eventually is when she gets to the top of that rung, she's transformed and changed her standards to a way where she's forgetting about one of those things that made the perfect partner. And she'll be reminded. And either she's in a relationship that she's content with, the person, the dynamics, the chemistry,
Which is what
etc.
Carolyn was saying when she said, like, when you find the right person, you'll know.
Right.
When you find the right person, you won't be wondering, is there more?
Or she's going to be so focused on that one detail that she forgot that she starts over all again.
And regrets it for the rest of her life.
Yep. Just like the rest of America. America. Oh, goodness. That one was, well, very Carolyn Hax.
That one was, yeah, fucking, you just from now on are going to read all the Carolyn Hax.
I obviously can't. Were you not listening last episode?
English.
I can't English.
I just really liked that in the sense where you and I were like, you started talking and I was like, what? Are we talking about the same thing? Because my brain went to like, oh, this girl's just like anxious and like can't.
I love when we have those. I love when we have those because we offer up these different perspectives that neither of us would have considered on the opposing sides, but B, like it kind of invites like maybe a third possibility. You know what I mean? Because we're able to kind of combine and converge and Englishify in the long term. We're able to combine them and maybe come up with our own, like, there's you, there's me, and then there's us. And we come up with an us response. You know what I mean?
Yep, absolutely.
If anyone else understands, you and your best friends should tell us.
Then they understand.
They understand.
Then they speak English.
They speak English. Nobody speaks Bani here. No. Everybody speaks English.
Yeah, English.
English. Oh my God. Those were fun. I'm feeling like you have something to tell me though with those personal attacks, Beth.
I would have said it. I'm not a beat around the bush girl. I speak English.
That's.
I ain't a Susan.
Oh my God. That's funny shit. You're not a Susan.
I'm not.
You're not
or
a Susan.
A Karen.
Or a Karen. Fucking tile, flooring. That whole story, all of it There was,
That was
these were all very like
good.
open to interpretation,
Yeah, a lot of
right? I
a
think
lot
you
of
scored like the trio, the holy trinity of like obscure columnism.
I know, right? That was definitely like a
What did you have? Like Amy, Carolyn Hax, and Miss Manners.
Yep,
You literally got
I win.
you. I I think they won
Oh god damn it,
because
you're
we're
right. They
still scratching our
definitely
heads.
definitely won. You're right. You're right.
Um, that's funny shit. Oh, guys, coming to you next week is episode 35,
Ah.
which I don't know. Is 35 a milestone? I mean, every episode, I guess, is a milestone. Stone.
An English?
English. Mile English.
Probably 40.
40.
I think of it like birthdays.
Yeah, me too.
When I turned
Like, here's the
35,
surprise matters.
I just didn't want anyone to tell me happy birthday.
Really? See, at 35, I want everyone to tell me happy
After
birthday.
like
And then I want to
33,
go
I
away
just
on
like
my
stopped
vacation.
caring about birthdays.
I stopped caring too.
Yeah, I stopped caring. I still stopped caring.
I am Karen.
Case in point.
What about you guys? Are you a Karen? How about in your relationships versus your real life like personality? Are you a Karen in your relationship who feels you need to correct your other side all the time? You're a better half. That's such a Karen move.
It so is.
Yeah. Was that this episode or last episode? It's this one. It's this one.
Wow.
That was what,
You've
20
been
minutes ago? And we've been ill-advising. Yeah. But that's why you listen, right?
Cha.
I wouldn't subscribe
That's why we're
otherwise.
here.
Yeah.
Brr.
Guys, send us
Speaking
your
of
questions.
subscribing.
Yes. Rate, review, subscribe. We're available wherever you get your podcasts, wherever you listen, Apple, Stitcher, Spotify, Google, Amazon Music, etc., etc.
English.
English.com. Don't go on English.com. We can't verify anything that's on there.
Or do it and
unless
then
you're
write
over
to us
18 and
tell
then
us
tell
what
us
you
what's on
found.
English.com. Send us your questions, please. You've been illadvisedthetpodcast.com or find us on Facebook and Instagram.
At Ill-Advised the Podcast.
You can find more information on where to find us and a little bit more on
English.
on our episodes at illadvisedthepodcast.com. You look fantastic. Your boobs look great. They're perky.
Wear the brown thong.
Wear the brown thong. And thank you so much for listening.
You've been ill-advised.